In today's session, we will come to know that what happened when Chandani started thinking about freedom. Did she stay at home or she ran away? And what was the result of her taking a charge and deciding to go away? In today's session, we are going to read about what happened to Chandani, right? First of all, let's read what she started doing. She stopped eating the green grass Abu Khan bought for her, got for her. And then nor did she listen to his stories with interest and affection. Earlier, she used to listen to the stories whichever was told by Abu Khan. Now she was not at all interested in these stories. She lost her appetite. I told you, appetite means hunger. She lost her appetite, grew very thin, and stared moodily at the hilltops, bathed in sunlight. Now she was craving for the freedom. She was desperate to go out of the home. Abu Khan did not understand Chandani's anguish, means her what was the reason behind her sadness, her anger, that Abu Khan was not able to understand. At last, she decided to speak to him frankly. Now you can see that Goat decided that she would have a clear talk with Abu Khan. Now she said, "Dear Abu Khan," she said, "let me go to the hills, please. If I stay on in your compound, I'll die." Now Abu Khan understood Chandni's problem. Now he understood that she has same problem which other goats had. But it made him very unhappy. Now Abu Khan was very sad because he was thinking that as he is giving so many comforts to this goat, she won't go anywhere. The earthen pot which contained Chandni's breakfast fell from his hands and broke into 1,000 pieces. Now, the pot which he was carrying and in which he was having food for Chandni fell down from his hands because he was totally shocked that how can this happen? He loves Chandni so much, and Chandni also liked her master so much. So now, how can why do you want to leave me, Chandni? Abu Khan asked. I want to go to the hills, Chandni answered. Don't you like the food here? I will give you tastier food and a much longer rope. Now, what is the reason behind giving her a long rope so that she can go a bit far away from the place where she has been tied? No, Chandni replied. No, thank you. Let me go to the hills. Do you realize the risk you are running, you obstinate creature? Obstinate is the person who is not ready to move away from what he has decided. You can say stubborn. You stubborn creature, why don't you understand that there is so much risk if you run away from here? There is a dangerous wolf in the hills. He'll eat you up. Abu Khan did his best to warn her. Now he's trying to scare this little goat Chandni so that she, drops the idea to go away from Abu Khan's home. Chandni answered, God has given me a pair of horns. I'll fight the wolf. Now, see how much confident she is. She says that God has given me horns and I can take care of myself. Now, fight the wolf? Indeed. Clearly, you are trying to defeat the wolf in the war, wolf in a battle. Have you forgotten the story of your sister Kalua, who was the size of a big deer? Now he's trying to scare him and telling him that I told you the story of another goat who was equal to the size of a big deer, but even she was not able to defeat the wolf. How would you? You are just a small goat. She fought the wolf through the night. Whole night, your sister kept on fighting with that dangerous wolf, but was killed in the morning. Abu Khan narrated Kalwa's story for the 50th time. Now you can see that this story of Kalwa to scare Chandani was told by Abu Khan, means 49 times he has already told, and now it was 50th time, means you can say he has told it many times. Now you can see the scene where the goat used to be tied. Then you can see here when she ran away from a hut. Let me tell you how it happened. To all this, Chandani had only one thing to say. Means even after listening to the story of Kalua, the girls that Chandani said, I want to go to the hills. That's it. Now Abu Khan got very annoyed. He got angry. And why he got angry? Because he was trying his best to stop Chandani, but she was not ready. He thundered, you are not going anywhere. From today, you will live in a small hut. As I showed you in the picture, let me show you the picture again. Earlier, the goat used to be tied like this. See the scene. Outside, just a boundary there, and Chandni is tied there, from where she could see the hilltop. Now, when Abu Khan got angry, he tied her inside a small hut, as you can see in the picture. Now, what happened? He thought that he would be able to keep the goat in his home. But what happened? From today, you'll live in a small hut and not move about freely in the compound. Ungrateful as you are. Ungrateful, why? You are thankless creature. I did so many things for you, but you are ready to leave me now. You must still be saved from the wolf. Still, see, you are doing bad with me. You are trying to leave me. Still, I think about you a lot, and I don't want to you. I don't want you to be killed by that wolf. He pushed her into a small hut and shut the door, but he forgot to close the small window at the back. The same night, Chandni made the window her passage to freedom, as you can see in this picture. He forgot to close the window, and through that window, Chandni ran away for the sake of her freedom. So, when Abu Khan tried to stop Chandani by putting her in a small hut, she escaped through a window which was left open by mistake. And what happened after that? Now Chandni went back to the hills. She knew the wolf was somewhere there. She was aware of this fact. She was ready to put up a good fight. Now Chandni was ready to have a fight with wolf. Now Chandni reached the hills. It seemed to her that the old hills were standing in a row to welcome her. She was so delighted to see the hills. She felt like a child meeting her parents after years of separation. She felt like she has come to her home. Wherever she went, the tall grass rose to embrace her. She felt like wherever she went, there was tall grass to hug her, to give her an embrace so that she can feel happy that she is back home. The flowers bloomed to amuse her. She felt that flowers were there, flowers were grown there, flowers were bloomed there to make her feel happy. And the wind sang an endless song of welcome. Now, wind was welcoming her. How different all this was from her past in the prison house of Abu Khan's compound, and how beautiful it was, how different it was from the prison house of Abu Khan. It It was the happiest day in Chandni's life. That day, she played for hours on the grassy slopes of the hills. I think everybody knows what are slopes. Slopes are those bent part of hills where somebody can roll on. So she enjoyed there. And then she played all the day there. She met a herd. Herd means a group of wild goats who asked her to join their group. Now they offered her that you should come in our group, but Chandni politely refused. She said no to them. She wanted to enjoy her new freedom all by herself. She wanted to enjoy alone. The sun disappeared behind the hills, and soon darkness enveloped. As an envelope covers a letter inside, a piece of paper inside, in the same way, darkness covered the grass, the flowers, the trees. Now one could see darkness all over. The wind stopped blowing, and there was stillness. There was stillness means there was total peace. There was no voices all around except for a strange sound which was coming from the bushes. There was total silence, but there was one strange voice which was coming from the bushes. The sound was like grunt. Grunt means that sound which is produced by some wild animal. What was it? It wasn't Abu Khan's voice calling her back to the compound. Of course, it was not Abu Khan's voice. Chandni thought that. Nor was it the voice of another goat. And it didn't sound like a goat's voice. Then Chandni thought of the dangerous wolf who lived in the hills. She felt scared now. Now, at the time of night, she could feel that maybe there was that dangerous wolf. This is the time of night you can see, and Chandni confronted that dangerous wolf. Should she go back to the safety of Abu Khan's hut? First thought which came in her mind, that should I go back to Abu Khan's hut for the safety? Then she said, no. She said to herself, death is an open field is far better than life in a small hut. Death in freedom is better than life in imprisonment. This is what she thought, that it's better to die in open, die with freedom, than to be in comfort all your life, but you are all the time imprisoned. The wolf had come out of the bushes and was staring greedily at Chandni. Now he was looking at Chandni because, why greedily? Because he is sure that now he has got the food. His eyes were shining like burning coils in the darkness. As you could see in the picture, also, he is looking so dangerous. He seemed in no hurry because he knew that goat is quite weak and I can capture her easily. He knew the new goat was his. The wolf and the goat sized up each other, as you can see in the picture also. The wolf was big and ferocious, whereas the goat, though healthy, was small. The wolf was very big and obviously dangerous, but goat looked very small, although it was healthy because Abu Khan fed it very well. But small is not weak, mind these words. Chandni stood firm on her legs, head slightly bent. Why head slightly bent? Because she has pointed her horns in the direction of wolf. And horns jutting out. Jutting out means she is pointing her horns at the side of wolf. She was a picture of courage. Now, if you could see the goat at that time, you could see that how courageous she looked like. She looked like a brave soldier ready to fight a treacherous enemy. Dangerous enemy was there, but she was ready to fight. I must put up a good fight, Chandni thought. Success or failure is a matter of luck or chance. Whether I get, victory or I get failed, that is just a matter of chance, but I cannot run away from here. The fight began, it went on through the night. The moon, which had been watching the fight, began to grow pale because now it was getting morning time and suddenly hid behind the clouds. Now it was daybreak, means morning time. The stars also began to disappear. Night was over. A faint light appeared in the east, and morning call for prayer came from a distant mosque. Mosque, everybody knows, place of worship of Muslims. Now there was morning call of prayer. The first rays of the sun saw Chandni lying on the ground, and now Chandni died. She was completely soaked in blood. The wolf, tired and sleepy because wolf got a good competition. Whole night he was fighting, was getting ready to devour her. Devour means eat her. Now he was ready to eat her. An assembly of birds perched means sat. Now a group of birds sat on the top of a tree nearby, was debating means they were talking. Birds were talking about the result of fight. Who is the winner? One of them asked. The wolf, of course. Most of them said that wolf was the winner, but a wise old bird declaimed with confidence and said, Chandni is the winner because she has stood up with courage and faced this dangerous wolf. Now, the story was by Zakir Hussain. Now, this story tells you that courage matters more and freedom matters more.